I'd like to take just a moment to try to bring healing to your soul, to encourage your heart, and to resolve your faith. I don't know what you're going through. I don't know the details of your situations, but one thing I do know, those things don't matter. But what does matter is that you understand in your heart that you might be crying now, but you will laugh later. Tell yourself, I'm going to get the last laugh. So many times we feel abandoned by the Lord. Sometimes He allows us to experience situations that are uncomfortable. Many times it feels as if we stay in those situations for too long. But one thing I'm convinced of is that God's school of learning is because of His yearning. God's school of learning is there because He yearns for us to grow up in Him. He yearns for us to know His will for our life. He yearns for us to know that He is a loving Father. He yearns for us to have confidence in Him. And many times when we feel as if His anger is over us, we need to remember Psalms 30, verse 5. For His anger endures but for a moment, but in His favor is life. That's why you can boldly declare, weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Remind yourself that my morning is coming. My weeping may endure for a night, but I'm going to spend more time laughing than I did crying. As a matter of fact, prophesy to yourself Ecclesiastes 3, verse 4, and tell yourself, my time to laugh is coming. Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 4 says, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance. Friends, be encouraged. If it's your time to weep, if you're losing things, if you're losing people, if there are situations that you in your own power, by your own resources, by your own will that you can't solve, be encouraged. There's a time to weep, but there is also a time to laugh. Tell yourself, encourage yourself that my problems are God's problems. When you tell yourself that, read Psalms chapter 2, verses 1 through 4. Why do the heathens rage, and the people imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against His anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision. So many times we have people-sized problems. People come against us. People mock us. People challenge us. People frustrate us. But always remember that the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. Even your enemies belong to the Lord. And because they belong to the Lord, He sits up high and He looks down low, and He understands the evil that they are plotting against you. He understands the evil that they are saying behind your back. This is why Psalms 2, verse 4, I confidently quote, he that sitteth in the heavens, he shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision. The Lord shall have them being laughed at. The Lord shall have them being mocked. The Lord shall have them receiving the same thing that they gave me, the same thing that they gave you. Be not deceived. God is not mocked, for whatsoever a man soweth, that he will also reap. Never forget that. When your enemies are around you, remember to keep a smile on your face and joy in your heart. This is the lesson Sarah had to learn, because she didn't believe that she could have a child. She was past childbirthing years. She was old. But Genesis chapter 21, verses 2 through 6 says, "For Sarah conceived and bare Abraham a son in his old age." Watch this. "At the set time of which God had spoken to him." Somebody say, there's a time to weep, but there's also a time to laugh. Let's continue. Verse 3. "And Abraham called the name of his son that was born unto him, whom Sarah bare to him, Isaac. And Abraham circumcised his son Isaac, being 8 days old, as God hath commanded him. And Abraham was 100 years old when his son Isaac was born unto him. And Sarah said, God hath made me laugh, so that all that hear will laugh with me." Friends, I'm trying to encourage you this morning. You're going to have people laughing with you instead of laughing at you. God's will be done in your life. Your responsibility is found in Psalms 27, verses 13 and 14. Tell yourself, don't give up. I'm telling myself, Casper, don't give up. Psalms 27, verses 13 says, "I had fainted, I would have given up, unless I had believed to see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living." Wait on the Lord. Be of good courage, and he shall strengthen your heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord. Last scripture, Luke chapter 6, verse 21. Tell yourself again, I'm crying now, but I'm going to laugh later. Luke chapter 6, verse 21 reads, "Blessed are you that hunger now." Somebody say now. "For you shall be filled. Blessed are you that weep now." Somebody say now. "For you shall laugh." Preacher, I hear you. I hear you telling me that I'm going to laugh later, but how can I be confident? You need to be confident, understanding that at the set time, God sent his son into the world to redeem the world. God looked into the earth and he saw wickedness, but at the set time, it's always at the set time. I don't have all the help I need now, but I encourage myself at the set time. I don't have all the money that I need, but I encourage myself at the set time. There was a time that I was alone and I was waiting for a woman like Lady Chiffron, and I waited and I waited and I waited in this bad relationship, that bad relationship. But at the set time, I found a woman of biblical proportions. It's always at the set time I got the career. At the set time I had my daughter. At the set time, God is in eternity, but he is in control of your time. Blessed are you that hunger now, but you shall be filled. Blessed are you that weep now. Say it with me. But I shall laugh. God bless you, everyone, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. God bless you. Visit our website, www.pwfchurch. This has been the Preceding Word Fellowship broadcast, and I am your pastor, Pastor Casper Corder. God bless you.